Hi, so this is part two. You don't believe what I found. I don't believe what I found. Do you remember a few nights ago I said that I write every night since 2002? Before I go to bed, I write. So I found the 2019 file because I was cleaning out the computer and I said, oh, let's see where I was last year at this time, and you won't believe what I found. And I kid you not, I was very surprised to read it. I just cleaned up the English a little bit. So it's September 1st, 2019. Up early and did breakfast with Jan, and at 10 he left for Gaza for the whole week. Henriette came up with her sister, whose name is Windy and not Wendy. And finally, I made my first podcast and uploaded and posted it and even got reactions. And I made a second one after that because there's so much to share. I have no idea what kind of shape it will take. I wish I was friends with Larry David. Need to turn the image on the side and attach a mic and learn how to put captions, and on the screen I need to make the thumbnail and insert images. Send emails to some of the ladies. Oh, and then we heard a noise. The boiler room was squirting water everywhere. It was a freak show to see water bursting out of rusty pipes. Scary. By evening it was fixed. Made food and crocheted. Started a mile-a-minute blanket. Talked to Jan, but we were on two different subjects, so no idea what's going on. Oh, it's 3 in the morning, which could explain why I'm tired. So, today is August 31st. Tomorrow is September 1st, and it's the year of me podcasting. It's really very coincidental because I didn't know, and I was thinking it must be a year or 2 years. I didn't know how long it was. So here it is. So that's part that's part two. See you later. Good evening, ladies, and welcome to the last night of August area 2020. I have done it. It is August 31st. Day 31, part 3 of this video that starts with what you've already seen. I thought it was very funny to discover all of a sudden and to look back 1 year and to say, oh, this is what I was doing 1 year ago. Really, it was a surprise and it was a funny coincidence. So, for tonight, the highs and the hellos are going to those who commented last night. And thus we begin. Joy. Jewel the Hippie, which is the first time I think you wrote in this month. Tracy, Barbara, Lorraine, CJ, Laurel, Monica, Michelle, Pauline, Simone, Linda, Wendy, and Kathy. Those were the comments of this morning. And yeah, that's it. We did it. We did it. So after we went to this eye doctor, it turns out I have dry eyes. I guess it's better than wet eyes, but it's nothing major. And I went and I bought I didn't know what to do. I bought us a cake, but I have no idea how we are going to eat it. It's called Chocolate Explosion. It has chocolate on the inside, and I think those are blackberries on the outside. And it's very late, and yeah, went to sleep, and we finished the entire day. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's, oh, maybe the thumbnail, I hope the thumbnail will pick this up. So we have some celebratory end to this month. It's so it seems that actually YouTube has stopped sending the emails, so all of the 300 people that I'm subscribed to from my journal world and the crochet world, I don't get the emails anymore, and it's a complete bummer. I hate it. I don't believe that they made life worse. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't know how we're supposed to follow all the people. I know that there is a list of everyone I'm subscribed to, but it doesn't mean you can't just click on a video and there you are. You have to go to the list, look up, and try to remember everybody and see if they've posted. There's still a few that we get. I don't know who you get and why and what the new theory is, but I don't know how we're supposed to be watching videos anymore. I don't understand why even. Who are they punishing, these YouTube creeps? I don't get it. But I have to look up now. And the ones that I really never introduced you to are my journal making ladies. There's not many of them. There's only 4 of them. So if you're interested, my actual, really what I learned the most from is you will have Shabby Dabby Doodah, that's Tina. And we have 49 Dragonflies, that's Barbara from Vienna, which is exactly how she opens every show. We have Roxy Creations, that's Australian, I believe she's Australian, woman who lives in Rimini in northern Italy and has been there a while and is married and has kids there. Tina's in the UK, Barbara's in Vienna. There's a 4th one. Oh, Gail Augustinelli, who's in, she's the Queen Bee. The Queen Bee and the Queen Bunny, she's into all these things, but she's the one, and she's in Montana with her husband, and she brought a puppy when I started watching her, and we've been watching this puppy become this ginormous dog. But those are my, there are more, but those are my 4 favorites and my 4 teachers. And in the crochet world, well, I ripped out all the green thing that I showed you yesterday because it was too big and I knew I wasn't going to have yarn. So what I had crocheted was a complete ball, and what I ripped out, really I did it today when we came back, was a complete ball. But I reworked up a complete ball and I attached the other ball that I showed you, and here it is again, only it's not, I ripped, it was this much too wide. So I had to rip the whole thing off and then rip off about 25 stitches and then do it again. So here it is. It works up very fast though, so that will be done. So the crocheting will continue. I'm going to think about making a channel that's not crochet related. I will see how I do that. But I'm thinking, because this whole month has really been about kind of creating content and what is the content, and because it started as a crochet channel, it's hard just to flip it into something else. A lot of you, some of you, a few of you have said, watch whatever you do, no matter what you do, but I have to find out what it is, the thing that I want to do, that will make an audience, and that will make some kind of, we talk about it all the time because it's really like making a TV show. And of course you don't do it every night, because for making it every night you need a writing staff of 15 people who are reading the news all day long, and I don't want to do that. I don't even know if I watched the news today because it's very depressing of what's going on. shit, it's really such a drag when you think of it. I don't even want to go there because you end up really thinking of the 50s and really thinking that people are going to start shooting people in the street, which they're already doing. And for who's in oh, I'm tired. Who's in Wisconsin? Linda, is that you? Yeah, you haven't. I guess it doesn't matter which state you're in, it's going downhill all the way. So, yeah, there will be something. I don't exactly know what, but I will think what, what it is that is. That has to be shared, or that can be shared, or that wants to be shared. We can do a cake show. I love to watch cooking shows. I hate to cook. I really don't like to cook. But cooking shows, I know all of them, and I watch them in all the countries and all the languages. I know here from MasterChef Australia to all the different Jamie Olivers to all of the from basic to brilliance, that's also Australian, and all the ready steady cook chefs, and Gordon Ramsay, but he doesn't have anything that's on now because everything is reruns. Can you imagine what's going to happen next year with television? I don't know, they're going to have to either do only reruns, only show reruns and reruns and reruns, because there is nobody making television. And I keep thinking that somewhere, like, or Netflix or HBO, they have a bubble and they took all their actors and actresses and put them in and are making a soap or some sitcoms, or I'm making films. I mean, they don't have to go make with helicopters in them, but they can certainly do a Corona sitcom. I hope somebody's doing it. At least my friend Larry David. I love Larry David. That's the who don't know him. Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David wrote Seinfeld. Then Larry David went on to write 10 years later. He wrote Curb Your Enthusiasm, which, yeah, you gotta like that kind of humor. I think he's very funny. Yeah. But I understand many people who don't like those kind of writers. It's very New York, I guess. LD, yes. So we'll let you know. I'll let you know. You won't know it because you won't get a notification because of YouTube. But okay, I'm there. I got a name. I'm online. I'm in that web, that internet someplace. I can give you one small parting gift for anybody who's really interested. Is I made many years ago a website, and in that website is some of my short stories. Some are ridiculous, some are sad, some are about panic attacks. One is about Christmas and all of the ridiculous things that happen on Christmas. One is about my wedding. One is about my father's funeral. Also funny and sad. And most things I do are funny and sad because that's life. But if you're interested, there's a whole section that's called the Depression books, which I like very, very much. They're very, very old. They're from '93 or something, but they're flip drawings, like the drawings you know of, very, very short. There's about 30 of them there. Very funny, about going through depression and melting away, all these funny drawings. So that's on the website. So there are short stories, and then there are that are bit long, and then there's the depression books. There's no drawings up there yet because I don't update it. But that if you're interested, I really never talked about it ever before. It's www.chantale, Jackie.ps, which I quite like. www.jackie, Jackie.ps. PS, of course, means PS, but it's also the country code for Palestine, so it all worked out well, that website. And I should update it, of course, but you have to really feel like you're you have to feel like opening up and talking and sharing and posting and editing and making. I'm going to now glue these three things together on my newly learned editing thing. I hope I remember, because I can't call Leo now because it's too late to wake him up. But let me just say, in conclusion, that it's been quite the project. It's been quite something to make, to wake up and say, now how do I talk to this audience who's been quite loyal and who's been quite there every night. I don't know, I can't say I know who you are, of course, but I know something about 15 of you, more or less. We're looking, there's about 50, 60 people that watch on an average over the night. So it's a small hall, it's a small audience, but it's an audience. And as a responsible performer, you have to give your audience some content. It hasn't always been great and hasn't always been easy, and I haven't been in the greatest of moods. And it really started in the plains the day that we left from Jerusalem and came here. That's how it all started, and I said, why not just take you along as I go through a month. The ups and downs are not so apparent, I don't think. You can tell me that. Never really got too personal, but okay. It was an attempt, and I did it, and I thank all of you for being an audience. As they say, you've been a great audience, because I wake up and I worry about what I'm going to give you. And I said, yes, I could have a big birthday cake, but who does that in the middle of the night? And I had a way. I don't even know. Please, thumbnail, please. I don't know where YouTube picks its thumbnails from, but they should pick them from here. With that, I will say good night to everybody. I won't. I don't know what happens with the channel as a channel. It is a year, absolutely. Now it is 1 year that I posted my first one. The whole community as a whole community has been great. I think learning things and meeting people in these kind of formats is been great, as long as it doesn't become the new normal, because we need also outside, and we also need human beings to talk to and to sit in front of. And those few people that I have met have all been yeah, it's a whole new way to get to know people and to interact with people, and it's important. It isn't the beginning and end of everything, but it certainly is important, and I never would have done it had it all not existed. And if you look at that first one, because I wasn't on the list of people, it's quite a lot of us. I came also late to the game, not as late as some, but I also came late. And yeah, you want to be part of it because it's fun, and because you yeah, you have yeah, you make a group, virtual and real. It does become real. Not too many meetups, not too many lives. I don't like the lives. I must have said that many times already. But there you go. So I bid you all a very good evening, a very good day, and a very good night. Be well, everybody. Stay in touch. I guess this one is where whoever wants to put a comment can put a comment or contact me. And I will see you. Don't know when, but I still have the channel. Thank you, everybody. Happy September. Good night.